Today we're going through all the products that I used up in the month of March. I have a ton, again. Every single month it surprises me how many products I end up with. I thought it was gonna be like 5 every month, and that is not the case at all. So make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss all my future Empties videos. I'm gonna keep doing these for the rest of the year. And if you're like, what the heck is an Empties video? It's basically where we just go through all my beauty trash, all my makeup, skincare, hair care, everything that I've used up in the month of March, and I give little mini reviews about each product and tell you whether or not it's something I would repurchase. I think these videos are so fun to watch because it shows, first of all, that people are actually using up the products that they're purchasing, and it's just so satisfying to see people use up products, I think. Plus you get little mini reviews of everything. It's just, they're great. I love them. The very first product that we have is the Kristen S Signature Gloss. This is basically a semi-temporary hair tint. It's not a hair color, it's just like supposed to tone your hair a little bit. So I have mine in the shade Bittersweet, which is basically black. It's described as a dark neutral brown. As you can see, that is my hair color right now. My hair is usually super light brown because it very easily gets like bleached by the sun, but the natural color is pretty dark, and about a year ago I got the entire thing dyed dark, and it just hasn't gotten like re-bleached by the sunlight, so it's staying pretty dark. And I like it a lot, but I don't want to commit to like recoloring it dark because I think I do want to go lighter soon. So in the meantime, before I start letting it get bleached and get lighter again, I like to use some sort of temporary darkener, and what I've been using is a product from a brand called DP Hue, or I don't know how to say it, but they make a conditioner that basically temporarily changes your hair color just a little bit. It's subtle, but it's noticeable. And that product is amazing. But when Kristen S came out with these, I was like, I just need to try them because they're supposed to last a lot longer than something like that would. It says it lasts 3 to 4 weeks, which that product I believe washes out in like 2 to 3 washes. So when I used this, people on my Instagram stories said that they did notice that my hair was darker. I also did notice it, but it was a little bit slighter of a difference than when I used the DP Hue conditioner. So even though the color change wasn't as strong though, it does seem to be lasting a lot longer. Normally my hair would have lightened up by now. And the other main thing about this is it says it's shine boosting. Holy crap. If your hair is dull and you need a shine boost, she makes a clear one of these. My hair has honestly never been shinier than after I used this. It was kind of amazing. So would I repurchase it? For color, I would stick with the DP Hue. For shine, I would repurchase this. Another product I used up is the Way Hair and Body Oil. This is in the rose scent. I'm not sure if there are other scents, but I hate the smell of rose, and I didn't mind this like at all. So it's not super strongly rose scented. This is just a deluxe sample size. I used it on my body to moisturize after I got out of the shower. I found it to be a little bit too thick to use in my hair, but on my body it was quite moisturizing. I would not repurchase this just because it's expensive. Way is an expensive brand, and I have other moisturizers that work just fine. Another Kristen S product, I used up the Kristen S Dry Finish Working Texture Spray. This is an amazing texturizing spray. If you have a lob or really any hairstyle, but especially if you have like a long bob and you want that like messy textured look, this stuff is amazing. The other texturizing spray that I love is the one from Dry Bar, and that one I would describe as a lot stronger of a like hold and of a freezing your hair in like a messy way. This one is a little bit less, but still like does the trick. So I tend to use that one when I've like curled my hair and I really want it like super messy and textured. I use this one when I just want like a normal amount of texture, or when I want my hair to still be like a little bit touchable and not like crunchy and gritty. This one is the better option. I don't want to make it sound though like that this one is a weak texturizing spray. It's not at all. It's just that the Dry Bar one is like on steroids. This one is like normal. And the smell of this one is amazing. It's definitely my favorite scent of the two products. This smells so good. Every single time I wear this, someone compliments me on how good I smell. And I would say the scent is just like a really, really good salon. Yeah, I really don't know how else to describe it. It just smells like a good salon. You're gonna get compliments on how good you smell if you use this. Also, can we talk about the packaging? It's so beautiful. It's so minimal and chic, and it just looks nice in your cabinet, and it's a good product, and this is just so good. Absolutely would repurchase. Already have a new one sitting in my cabinet. Okay, I used up a Glossier Invisible Shield. This is the Glossier sunscreen. It's SPF 35. This is a chemical sunscreen. And this little 1 ounce bottle lasted me a year, which is crazy because for a long time there, when I was on Accutane most of this past year, I was using this every single day because it's super important when you're on Accutane to be wearing sunscreen whenever you're out in the sun. So for most of this past year, I was using this every day. Now I will say, the past several months with it being winter, I'm so rarely outside, so I definitely wasn't using this 365 days straight. Absolutely not. But I'm shocked at how long this lasted. And on my Instagram, tons of people said that theirs also lasted a crazy long time. And I usually use like 2 to 3 pumps of it, so I don't really know what magic is happening here. But overall, absolutely would repurchase. Already have a new one that I'm working on. This is the only sunscreen I have ever used that doesn't break me out. I also love that it's such a tiny size. I can super easily travel with it. And I know a lot of people think chemical sunscreens are maybe not as good for your skin. I'm gonna let you decide on that. All I know is this is the only one I've ever used that doesn't break me out. So I'm gonna keep repurchasing it until they stop making it. Oh, how could I forget 2 of the other greatest things about this product? One is that it smells citrusy. Like, it just reminds me of summer. And also, it is completely clear. So you never have to worry about, like, did I get it all rubbed in? Is there gonna be like a white cast left on my face? If you have a deeper complexion, this is absolutely the sunscreen that I would recommend for you because it's totally clear. So it's not gonna make your skin look ashy. When I am up at the cabin and I am reapplying this like out on the boat and I don't have a mirror, I don't have to worry about like white spots being left on my face because, like I've said 1,000 times, it's clear. So yeah, love that product so much. Okay, next up, I used up this little packet of a water gel mask from the brand Freeman Beauty. I don't know where I got this. So I wouldn't repurchase because I wouldn't even know where to, but also it was just meh. I used up an Urban Decay De-Slick makeup setting spray. This is supposedly the one for oily skin. It's supposed to help control your oils. I do not think that it does that at all. Maybe if you were someone who like barely got oily throughout the day, you might notice it doing something, but on me, like, it doesn't control my oils at all. But as a setting spray, just to like make my makeup last longer and set down powders on my face so that it looks more natural, it's really great. Would I repurchase it? Yes, in a way. I wouldn't repurchase the De-Slick one. I've already repurchased the All-Nighter. And I always get these Urban Decay setting sprays like the All-Nighter that I have whenever they're half off. Like throughout the year, either on Sephora or Ulta, you'll find these half off all the time. So never pay full price for one of these. I used up one little L'Oreal Sublime Bronze Self-Tanning Towelette. Listen, I am not a person who can do the whole like put a self-tanner on, walk around my house naked while it develops for 8 hours, and then shower and like, even if I'm not walking around my house naked, I don't live the type of lifestyle where I can like make sure that I'm gonna be around to rinse it off after it's developed. So if you're like me, and that is also the case for you, this is gonna be your new best friend. Basically, this is a wet wipe. You wipe it all over your body. The tan develops, but you don't have to rinse it off at any point. It just stops developing. Also, it is the most beautiful color ever. There isn't a hint of orange in this. I think I originally bought this back when Jaclyn Hill talked about it eons ago because she described it as being a super like olivey golden color, and that's what it is. This is the most natural color of self-tanner that I have ever personally used, and the fact that it's just so easy to, you don't have to have like a separate thing to apply it because it comes in a wipe, like everything about this I love, and I'm afraid they're gonna discontinue them because no one ever talks about them. The only thing I'm gonna say is, if you have dry skin, I would maybe avoid these. I personally, when I'm just my normal skin, don't have any problem with them. After I wipe it all over my body, I make sure to buff. I buff everywhere for like a solid minute just to make sure that there's no streaking happening, and then I'm good to go. Never have had any issues. When I was on Accutane though, and I had dry skin and I used this, oh boy, was there some streaking. My sister also, who has dry skin, used one of these one time, and she said that she like buffed it and everything, and she had crazy streaking. So I would just avoid this if you have dry skin, unfortunately. If you have normal to oily skin, put a little bit of lotion on the areas that you get dry. Just make sure you buff afterwards, because that is the one downside to this versus a regular self tanner, is this doesn't have that, like, what is it called, color guard or color shield or something. Like, you can't see where you've applied this, so you're gonna just need to really like make sure you've gotten all the areas. But like I said, I don't have a problem with it as long as I make sure to like buff everything afterwards and just make sure you get everywhere, and then you're good. But it's so worth it to me that you have to be like a little more meticulous with this, because I just love that you don't have to rinse it off, and I love the color that it gives. All right, we've got a second bottle of the Halo Kiwi Seed Boosters. I've completely used up a second bottle. This product right here is the reason that I don't have any active breakouts on my skin right now. If you go back to my older videos, you will see just how bad my skin was. I even did Accutane. I had to stop because of the side effects. I have a video of that. I'll link it down below, like why I stopped Accutane. But anyway, I started taking these in December. My skin is just as clear as when I was on Accutane. It's crazy. I know, I like did not believe that these would work either. I was like almost everyone else, totally doubted it. I was desperate one night, so I ordered them, and I don't know what to tell you. Look at my skin, look at my face. So if you want to know like all the nitty-gritty details of my thoughts on these, go to my Instagram. I have a highlight saved on my page. It's called like Halo Kiwi or something like that. Watch that highlight. I break it all down for you. But yeah, absolutely would repurchase this 1,000 times over, as long as it keeps doing this to my face. I used up this little Caudalie Beano Perfect Serum, and it comes with this cute little dropper, which is just so fun to use. I really, really liked this serum. I would probably not repurchase it because I'm cheap and wouldn't want to spend this much on a skincare product. I really, really love the Rose Caviar Essence, which is like a serum from Pixi. That's like my go-to serum now. That's the one I would repurchase. This one was really nice though. Like, it's very like milky consistency. It's super hydrated in my skin. It has a super light scent, so it's nothing overpowering. Really liked this. Once again, I used up one of these Boscia Cactus Water moisturizers. I talked about this last month. I used up another one because, like I said last month, I bought a few kits that came with these, so I think I have one more to go, and then maybe I will have used them all up. Again, I like this moisturizer. It's just not my all-time favorite. My all-time favorite is in the bowl though. We've got the Dr. Jart Water Drop Moisturizer. This is my favorite moisturizer of all time. I never thought that I would purchase a high-end moisturizer regularly, but I can't deny my love for this thing. As someone with really oily skin, it's just so lightweight, but still really, really moisturizing. And the texture is so cool. When you blend it out, it literally turns into water droplets on your skin. It's the coolest thing ever. It smells like Fruit Loop milk, specifically. Yeah, yep. Like literally Fruit Loop milk in a bottle. This is also the only moisturizer that didn't break me out back before I started taking these. Now that I've been taking these, I find that I can use a few other things that I couldn't before, but for a long time there, this was the only moisturizer that didn't break me out. So, needless to say, I repurchased it, and will continue to do so because my skin just loves it so much. Another empty I used up, this is a little bit random, but this was a body scrub from like some random brand in Austin that I had bought at like a little market. The label has completely worn off, so I can't even tell you where to get it from, but I wouldn't repurchase it anyway because honestly it kind of sucked. The only reason I even used it all the way up is because it smelled like coffee, which is how all body scrubs should smell, in my opinion. I used up a little trial size of the Origins Checks and Balances Frothy Face Wash. This is my favorite face wash. There are others that I like. I love cleansing oils. I love the Purity face wash, but this guy has been my love for the longest. I have a full size going in my cabinet that will probably last me the rest of my life because you need such a tiny amount of this, which is the reason that I'm okay with buying a more high-end face wash, because like cost per use, this is probably cheaper than any other face wash. You seriously need like half of a pea sized amount. and it just lathers up and gets your entire face clean. This is a face wash you're gonna wanna use if you're the type of person that likes a very like squeaky clean finish. You're not gonna like this if you like something that feels like moisturizing or super gentle. This is like if you have hella oily, acne prone skin and you want to feel clean. That's who this is for, and that's me. It also has like just the lightest, faintest, minty scent. Oh my god. Oh my god. Smells so good. Really, really worth the price for how little you use and how much you get in a full size great face wash. Super quickly, here we have another Sunday Riley CEO serum. This is a vitamin C brightening serum. I think I talked about this last month. I can't use this on my face, it breaks me out. I use it on my hands just because I don't want to waste a really expensive product. So I used that up. And then I have a little packet of the Garnier Whole Blends Oat Delicacy Conditioner. So I actually quite liked this product and would consider purchasing it. It smelled so good. It just smells like cocoa butter for your hair. It's, oh, love the smell of cocoa butter. It's just cozy. Yeah, I might purchase that. I have like a gazillion conditioners and shampoos to use up, but I would maybe purchase that one just for the smell alone. All right, everything that I have left is products I'm getting rid of out of my collection. They're not necessarily empties. You'll see what I'm talking about. This is like a teeny little pack of the Bite Beauty Agave Lip Balm. And as you can see, there's like a ton of product left in here because I hated it. I'm pretty sure this is the balm that everyone loves, right? Or is that the Fresh Sugar Lip Balm? Do people like this one? Either way, I hated it. This was like worse than putting straight Vaseline on my lips. It was just so thick and heavy and like waxy and just, no, not any of the good things. I will be sticking with Aquaphor. Thank you very much. Getting rid of the ColourPop I'm blanking on the word. Eyeliner. Okay, I'm getting rid of the ColourPop eyeliner in the shade Fast. I'm getting rid of the shade Fast Lane. It is a really pretty dark green with like a bluish tint. It kind of matches my little jacket thing here. I love the ColourPop eyeliners. I think they are the best formula for if you struggle to find an eyeliner that will stay in your waterline. This is the only eyeliner that stays in my waterline. I just am never ever reaching for this shade, and I wore it the other day just to like test and see like, okay, is this something you are ever gonna use? I put it on and I was like, no, it's not. So even though it's mostly full and I love this formula, I'm getting rid of it. I'm also getting rid of one of these Lancome Juicy Shakers, which might surprise some of you. I think I got this from Influencer. I definitely did not pay for this myself. Pretty sure it was from Influencer, which by the way, they don't send me things anymore, which is really disappointing because they sent me a lot of products that I wouldn't have been able to test out otherwise. I don't know if I like gave too many negative reviews or what the deal is, but I don't get products from them anymore. Anyway, this is the Lancome Juicy Shaker in the shade Boom Meringue. So these products are so cute. They look like a little drink shaker and you shake it up, and then the applicator is this cool, weird little like felt thing, and they're like basically a clear lip oil gloss situation. And each one smells different, which I think is cool. I used this for a while, but I just found that lately I'm never reaching for it for a couple reasons. The first reason is that it's kind of hella annoying that you have to shake it up before you use it. Like at first that's a cool, cute little concept, but when you're legitimately using it in real life and you like pull it out of your drawer or your purse and you have to like sit there and shake it up before you apply it every single time, it gets old. Also, I didn't notice this at first, but lately when I use it, I find that I think it's actually drying my lips out more than it is hydrating them. You know how some lip products do that? Like it seems like it's gonna be a moisturizing product because it's oily and glossy and feels really nice at first, but then like an hour in, your lips are super dry. I think this was doing that. So I'm just gonna get rid of it. I have other lip balms that I like way better, and I don't need to keep this just because it's cute. I'm also getting rid of this L'Oreal Silkissime eyeliner in Green Ivy. This is a like bronzy, oh, I'm putting it right over the oil. That would explain why it's swatching so terribly. Let's try that again over here. This is a bronzy, greeny gold shade. it's not swatching very well because it's pretty much dried up. So I really like this product. Actually, I think it's a great eyeliner formula for like your top lash line. This doesn't stay in my waterline at all. It's way too creamy for that on me. But for my top lash line, I like using kohl pencils if they're in like a bronzy shade because I just find that it looks really natural. And the reason I originally bought this is because I was trying to find a dupe for my favorite eyeliner ever, which is by a brand called Sumida. They don't make the eyeliner anymore. So I was like hoping this would replace it. It kind of replaces it, kind of not, but it dried up, so I'm gonna get rid of it. I would maybe repurchase it. Maybe. 2 more products. So I'm getting rid, this is so sad. It doesn't even have a lid anymore. This is the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzer in the shade Sunny. This is such a classic, like old school YouTube bronzer. Everyone had this, everyone loved it. I hit pan on mine, as you can see. It's been well loved. However, nowadays, there are just so many other bronzers, even from the drugstore, that are better than this. This is not a bad bronzer, but it's a little bit warm. It's like, I wouldn't say that it's orange, but it's more orangey than like my Physicians Formula Bronze Booster is. So I'm gonna reach for that one every single time over this one. So I just found I'm literally never reaching for this anymore because I have other bronzers. I don't need it anymore. It's seen better days. I probably should get rid of it just because of the age alone. So I'm going to do that now. And the last product that we are also getting rid of because of how long it has been in my collection is the Garnier BB Cream for oily skin. This is also an OG YouTube product. Who remembers when like everyone talked about this? My bottle, you get so much product. You get 2 ounces. That's double what you get in most foundations. My bottle is probably to here full. So I used most of it because this is a really, really good oil controlling BB cream foundation thing, and it also has SPF in it. So I loved using this. I haven't touched it in like a year and a half though. I don't even know why it's still in my collection. I wouldn't repurchase it just because now I've found just as good of oil controlling foundations at the drugstore that have much better shades. This tended to get a little bit orangey, but at the time it was seriously like the only foundation at the drugstore that actually controlled my oils. Speaking of oil controlling foundations, that is the next video you are going to see on this channel. I actually already filmed it and completely lost all the footage. I took the memory card out, put it in my little SD card reader, and there was just nothing on the SD card. Where did it go? So that was frustrating and I'm going to have to refilm it. But that is going to be the next video you're going to see on my channel, is all of my most oil controlling foundations. I've tried so many foundations and I have seriously the oiliest skin. So if anybody should make this video, it should be me. And I'm finally doing it. So if you have oily skin, definitely make sure you subscribe so you don't lose me out there on the internet and forget about me and miss that video. And then you're gonna live the rest of your life like not having this amazing list of the best oil controlling foundations, and that's just gonna be a sad life to live. Anyway, like this video if you liked it, comment down below if you've tried any of these products. What were your thoughts? Were they the same as mine? Were they different? Anything you wanna tell me, leave it down below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.